Hey there, it's the Heir of Carthage bringing you a good old classic Rome Total War online commentary battle. I felt like it had been too long since I had posted one of these, even though it probably really hasn't been that long. I've been playing Rome Total Realism a lot lately, and Tom Clancy's Hogs, and Empire Total War, and decided to get back to my roots for a little bit. So here, you can see the name I'm using is Caesar Salad. Just decided to be stupid. But no, I'm playing as the Julii Romans, which I guess kind of represent the faction that Caesar was a part of. In any case, let's take a look at my army. I'm trying to use an army that might be feasible for the time of Caesar, so I have 4 Roman archers, and then I have, I guess Archer Auxilia could have also been used in that time period. I've got a early legionary first cohort, 3 early legionary cohorts, and I have a Praetorian cohort that's going to represent, say, some elite troops. There would probably be a Roman noble fighting here or something. That was the case. And then I have 2 Roman cavalry, and then I have, or 3 Roman cavalry, sorry. And I have 3 units of these Auxilia light infantry units. These would represent like Gallic Auxilia or Germanic Auxilia. So they're going to help fight with my cavalry. And a lot of times in ancient times, light infantry would march closely with cavalry and they would fight together and assist each other. And because Roman cavalry stinks and did in real life, the light infantry is a good idea, especially. Let's take a look at my opponent. This is the army of Rambo 1211. He's got 3 units of cataphracts, I'm assuming with gold defense or attack. Could be a combination of the 2. He's got a unit of Silver Shield Legionnaires there. His front line is 4 units of Silver Shield Pikemen, which are a tough match for the type of infantry that I brought. Another Silver Shield Legionnaire there, and he has 4 units of archers. So I stay back for a moment, I don't march all the way forward. I start firing missiles at his troops to force him into an attack, and he does so. Here I was moving my cavalry back because he moved his back. Yeah, so my tactic here is to try and lure my enemy in, hammer him with Pilla, and fix him with my front 3 units while I try and outflank him, or at least hold, while my reserve line can come into action. Alright, so here goes my Pilla. I'm throwing it, my legionnaires are throwing them now. I've caused a considerable amount of damage, about 30 men lost to each of those units, maybe more. He's pouring in archer fire on my legionary cohorts, which is really a waste. You really shouldn't fire missile fire at Roman infantry head-on, even if they're early. It won't be very effective. So here, I'm kind of fixing his line, and here I've smashed some of his pikemen from the flank. So that'll be causing problems there, and then I've brought this Praetorian cohort out here. I'm going to smash them from the flank as well. So I've got his infantry line fixed, but I'm not certain that my men will win this fight. Early legionary cohorts aren't that good. Praetorian cohorts are pretty good quality though, so I'm hoping that between my early legionary first cohort's morale boosting and my Praetorian cohort, I'm hoping that they can keep my troops motivated to stay in battle. Now my opponent's letting this unit of cataphracts get a little bit isolated, and I'm trying to let these spearmen get a little bit isolated. I'm wanting my opponent to think that maybe he can charge and rout them, because Auxilia aren't very good units and that can happen. So let's follow this action here. Here I've trapped his cataphracts, 1 unit of them, and they're going to get beat up really bad. And so here I'm going to screen and move my Roman cavalry through. I'm going to do a quick hammer and anvil on these Silver Shield Legionnaires, and that's going to knock them out of the fight, because they're facing my Praetorians. And there we go, I've knocked out 1 of his units of cataphracts, and I'm holding the other 2 so that they can't assist. Now that that one's routed, I'm going to move in these auxiliary units, and then move with my cavalry to outflank them. So this is how the Romans should have to fight on this game. The Romans should need to use maneuvering to accomplish their task, instead of just using urban cohorts to plow through the front of every army. So my troops here that hit this Silver Shield unit in the side did rout them. These Silver Shields are in trouble. There's another unit of Silver Shields that just routed right there. And my first cohort is doing pretty good. They've taken quite a few losses, but they're at least holding out. And so this unit of early legionary cohorts is now pushing into the flank of these Silver Shield pikemen. Oh, missed some action there.
fallen and Carthage
we did a little bit more
much
maneuvering,
heartache.
and I managed to
Much
catch
better
his
to-
cavalry again, but it cost me my general. But that's okay, he's a brave Roman, and he's gone to live with his ancestors. So now I've trapped his cataphracts, which are the main striking component of his army. These guys are pretty cool. Definitely an accurate unit for the eastern factions. Yeah, some sweet action going on there. There goes the Seleucid general. So in memory of my general, the Seleucid general has fallen as well. So here I made a bit of a blunder. I was gonna move these horses, or my cavalry, around to the rear, and accidentally kind of sent them charging into the flank and into the front, backs of my own men. So I'm gonna clear that up. I'm sending all my infantry over in order to shock these last remaining Seleucid troops into surrendering, and it's gonna work. Here comes my cavalry into the rear, and that's all it takes. And what's left of the Seleucids is breaking. So my opponent admitted defeat. He's a good opponent, had a cool army, and I enjoyed using this type of, I guess, could be a Caesar army. I'm not guaranteeing that it's historically accurate, but it could have been feasible. And so anyway, thanks to my opponent Rambo1211 for being a good sport, playing a fun game. Hope you all enjoyed this battle. I was trying to give you some tactics for Rome. Part of my tactic here was that I played on 10k. If you play at a whole lot higher money level, the cheaper units start to become less usable in battle. So if you want to try and, say, have a little more realistic fights, 10k is actually probably better. So, in any case, I deployed 1,172 men, had 820 kills, and 682 men remaining, while Rambo1211 had 1,129 men deployed, 547 kills, and 294 men remaining.